He's on 8 to 11 every Sunday night here at WABC. He's been filling in this hour all week long, and he is beautiful. Who's called you beautiful lately?
Sid.
Yeah.
You're about it.
That's
I
it?
don't think I've ever been called beautiful.
Never?
But thank you. I'm going to take your intros for me and just loop them on a tape and play them when I go to sleep at night.
I know.
Like a gentle, people like that, the beach or rain or something like that. I'm just going to have the gentle sounds of Sid Rosenberg giving me accolades.
I actually bought one of those machines years ago from Brookstone. I swear to God. Babbling Brooks.
The most useless.
Useless. But rivers and oceans, and all it was static. It was, yeah. But you could masturbate to mine.
Now, I don't think I'll use it for that. I think I'll use it to get my self-esteem up. But thank you.
You have no issues with self-esteem. You're going to tell me that Jill Nicolini never called you beautiful? I don't buy that now.
No.
Never?
No. Our summer of love that ended in hatred.
Yeah.
You heard what happened there, right? Years ago.
I think everybody heard.
It was. I had a wandering eye back then, Sid.
Yeah.
A wandering eye, and we had a big Labor Day party. It was the end of summer. We had been in this relationship the entire summer. It was this summer of what they were calling us Anthelini, like how Hollywood people, they put the two names together.
Yeah.
It was Anthelini, and it was a Labor Day party at the end of the summer over my house, and I had a few in me, and there was this other girl there, and we were in the jacuzzi, and things started happening, and I got caught.
You got caught.
I got caught by Jill. She took a bunch of stuff from that girl and from me and put it in the fire pit and burnt it.
Swear to God.
Oh, I swear. It was a scene, man.
I kind of like her even more right now.
Oh,
I love you, but that's really cool, no?
Oh, you don't mess with her. She was like the definitive, still is, I guess.
No, she's tough.
Italian girl.
Oh, tough.
She's all right.
No, she's a sweet girl. I actually,
Very charitable.
I saw her at an event in Suffolk County for the PBA for the cops. They love her. They love her.
Oh, yeah. Now, everybody did. I used to, because I would have to go out with her to some of these events, and she's a pretty girl, and all these guys are gawking at her, and she's doing great charitable things.
Sure.
And then, this ogre shows up, and they're looking like, what the hell is she doing with this shock jock?
Sure.
It was an odd
by the way, so that does go back to self-esteem, because here you are, okay?
Yeah.
I'm going to sit down like Dr. Melfi here. Here you are. You're like the most famous man in New York, you, Stern, and Opie. At the time, you're making millions of dollars. You're funny. Everybody loves you. And yet you're going to yourself, I'm not good enough. This girl is too pretty. Even at my best, I can't compete with her physically. So the only way that I can stay in this is if I do something stupid. And then, of course, the most unfortunate part is that the guy that snitched on you was Jim Norton.
Oh, was it Jim Norton?
No, I made that up.
No, I know. He's a great friend of mine. I love Jim. No one had a snitch. It was like a sitcom. The girl that I was with, that I had an indiscretion with, I heard Jill come into my house, and I had the girl hide in the closet.
Oh my God, Ant.
Of the bed. Oh, it was terrible.
Oh my God.
Hide in the closet in the bedroom, and it was, oh boy, just not a good scene. I was crazy back then. I was a wild man. When I had a big, one of those big McMansions in Roslyn, Long Island, and a pool, and I'd have parties all the time. The cops used to come by for noise complaints, and the Nassau County cops told me that they would argue about who got to go to the call because they knew there were going to be topless girls around the pool.
Of course.
And it was going to be a great call for them to go on. So it would be a simple noise complaint, And I swear there were 5 Nassau County cop cars lined up in front of my house. And they're all like, Anthony, how you doing, man? You got to turn that down a little bit. And, yeah, I know. I was just on a tear back then.
No, you were doing great. You're still doing great. That was Rosalind, right? You know, Bill O'Reilly was on earlier. He's a Nassau County guy. A lot of famous New Yorkers, Manhasset, that area. People like Anthony Scaramucci, your friend, Mike Francesa, the great voice, Mike and the Mad Dog, Mike Breen, the great voice of the Knicks. These are just a few of the big names that live out there where you used to live.
It's a nice place. It's conservative.
Yes.
It's not as far out as Suffolk, so the commute isn't that bad into the city. And, you know, they don't fool around with their law enforcement, man. Those Nassau cops,
they're good.
They're good bunch of guys, but they're tough.
They're tough. And the commissioner, Pat Ryder, he's great. You know he's great.
Yeah,
you know, that
I've spoken with Pat a couple of times.
Oh, you have?
Yeah.
Because you were in custody or because?
Yeah. You son of a...
He's a great guy. So you still love New York. We have these conversations all the time. If you don't know, Anthony moved to South Carolina. I know you all know that already. Yeah, exactly. But you still love New York, and you'll always be a New Yorker. So tomorrow, I am going to visit the mayor. I heard this. You heard about this.
Yes.
So he and I were good friends. I have not seen him or spoken to him in 16 months. And if you listen to my show, and I'm not very nice, okay? But I'm going there tomorrow because I like to mend the fences. I don't dislike the guy.
Are you on the outs where something needs to be mended? Or you have said a few things that weren't very flattering to him.
Right. That's being nice. I've been downright nasty. So,
yeah.
And everything gets back. Whatever I say on this show, it takes 5 minutes. All right? Yeah. There could be, Mom Donnie can be in Uganda, and he'll know in 3 minutes. So he knows everything. So, but the other thing is, of course, I want to make sure that I know what's going on, because if Curtis, I know you're endorsing Curtis too. Yes. If Curtis doesn't win, God forbid, and he may, man, he got $2 million yesterday. If he doesn't win, then I got to choose between Cuomo and Adams to take out Mom Donnie. So if it was you instead of me going to see the mayor tomorrow, what would Anthony Cumia ask Eric Adams? Besides, where do you get that good weed?
Man, I would absolutely have to address this mental patients roaming the streets thing.
Yeah.
Look, and I know that's a tough nut right there, because they closed down all of the loony bins, They closed down all those places that they put these crazy people. The cops can't deal with them.
And by the way,
it doesn't fall under law enforcement.
You know who did that? I think it was Andrew Cuomo.
Was it?
Yeah, I think so.
That makes perfect sense. Well, he was also in there during the bail reform nonsense, where there's all these violent people roaming the streets of New York.
Right.
But I think the homeless, they talk about the homeless like they're from a movie, where it's somebody that just fell through the cracks. Oh, this guy's motivated. He's trying hard, but society has been pushing him down, and he's a smart guy.
I'm begging you.
This does not happen. These are mentally ill people. They are incapable of taking care of themselves for the most part. So they can't be treated. I'm sorry to say this. I don't mean be cruel, but let's be realistic about it. They got to be rounded up, and maybe we can open up one of these places, like the old
you don't gotta open
mental
up
institution out on Long Island.
You don't got to do that.
Park.
I remember that place, but you don't got to do that. And you got acres and acres and acres and open buildings in Rikers Island. So you could literally have one area that's for the real hardened criminals, right? One area for the ICE detainees, for the illegals, and one area for the homeless. You got room for all three.
What a great place to go on vacation that sounds like. What a great...
What's the difference between that and 42nd Street? Let's be honest.
It is true. Yeah. There's mental patients, criminals, and illegals.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
They just haven't put the fence around it yet.
Yes, and it remains a huge tourist. Are these people morons? They travel from all over the world to come to that. Think about that, right? We're not talking about Hilton Head. We're not talking about Myrtle Beach in your state. No, people walking around dressed as Mickey Mouse who are carrying guns.
Yeah. I've never understood, oh, we're going to spend the summer taking pictures of the M&M store. And then let's have a lovely dinner at Bubba Gump Shrimp in Times Square.
Hold on a second. Here's where I'm going to stop you.
Uh-oh.
Have you ever been there?
No.
It's a tremendous place.
Well, tremendous in size. I don't know. I wouldn't think in New York City, supposedly one of the great cities for gourmet food, that you'd go to Times Square, Bubba Gump Shrimp for your seafood.
You can't get a table there, Anthony. You can't get in.
Are you kidding me? You're too much. And then what else do they have? Margaritaville, is that still open?
Yeah, it's still.
That's it. Base a restaurant around a song. That's good.
I swear,
That's
we
good.
gotta go. We gotta go to break.
I went to a great restaurant called Too Shy Hush Hush RUI. If you're gonna make restaurants after a song, yeah, hit me with your best shot. A great little place.
Oh, that just killed you. Just killed me for the whole day.
Terrible.
So I'm talking the other day to I forget who it was. Oh, Anthony D'Esposito, congressman from Nassau County. You're part of the woods. And I brought up that the last interview George Santos did, Anthony, before he went to prison, was with me.
Yes, with you.
Yeah. And I like the guy. I know he broke the law. Who cares? I got a lot of friends who are criminals. What do I care? I think you're a criminal, to be honest. Yeah, so am I.
Likewise. Yeah.
So I like the guy. So Marjorie Taylor Greene said, let's pardon George Santos because Trump has been talking about pardoning P. Diddy. And people are like, wait a second. This guy, let's say he didn't do these freak-offs and sexual misconduct. At the very least, he beat the living daylights out of his girlfriend. He's not a good guy.
Not a good guy.
Right.
Nope.
So to me, they're both criminals, but I'd pardon George Santos before P. Diddy. What does Anthony Cumia think?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, any of these guys that get pardons for violent crimes, I don't see it. I don't see how that is a good thing. The Diddy thing, though, he has been bad-mouthing Trump since 2016.
Right.
And this is a great life lesson, Sid. You got to be careful who you crap talk, as they say.
That's right.
Over the course of the years, because you never know. You just never know when you might need them. Mm-hmm. And be pleasant. Respect power. That's another thing. You got to respect people's power because again, you might need that. Now, Diddy getting a pardon, yeah, he's a piece of garbage, this guy. Why would Trump want to align himself with pardoning this guy? And then he's already talking about having a big shindig at Madison Square Garden when he gets out. That's going to be his big thing. They're going to grease the whole place up. Hopefully it's going to be during a WNBA game, and they could throw dildos
Yeah, they do
around.
That. Yeah, I love that.
Diddy would probably enjoy that.
He would love that, sure. And that party is not going to happen until 2057, by the way, when Diddy gets out. But yeah, I have to tell you, now that you mention that, I've never, ever, ever had a desire to go to a WNBA basketball game. I'm not a chauvinist. I'm not a misogynist. I'm none of those things, okay?
No.
And
how about someone
basketball.
that likes entertainment or
Right.
sports?
Correct.
That's what you need to be if you that's why people don't go to WNBA.
Right. But if you're going to tell me that I can actually go to a sporting event and throw a dildo on the court, I'll be there early. How about that?
Isn't it? It's the only thing that gets anyone talking about the WNBA. They got to be mortified about this, because at the beginning, or a couple of months ago, it was all about the white girls and the black girls having some issues on the court.
That still is. You're talking specifically about the great Indiana Fever player Caitlin Clark. And, and I did an Instagram video last year, Anthony. Glad you brought this up, where I accused Reese, that black player Reese, of racism. And I had black people really angry with me, some pandering whites too. Boy, they make me nauseous. They were angry with me. But I got to tell you, even Stephen A. Smith came out yesterday and said there seems to be some civil rights violations. He wouldn't call it racism.
Right.
I will. That league, that's a racist league. She's a white, great player, and the black girls can't stand it.
Yeah. And she's pretty good, I guess, for WNBA standards.
Yeah.
You know, the other one, she can't hit a simple layup. It's pathetic. So they got to talk about something. I can't imagine the people in charge of WNBA are unhappy with this dildo situation. This dildo situation. I can't. I just don't see that they're unhappy with it. People are talking about the league for the first time.
I know, but
and you know, it's bringing excitement.
Yeah.
Is there going to be another fluorescent green marital aid, as they used to call them? Remember that, Sid? You're old enough to remember when they called dildos marital aids. Like, if you had a problem with your marriage, you had to buy one of these things, and it was going to help out.
Now they've changed that from marital aid to sex toys.
Yes.
That's silly, too.
And I mean, it's sporting equipment.
Right. I don't know about you, but have you ever, and be honest here, Anthony.
Yeah.
Because the answer is yes, but I'll ask anyway.
You know me. I'm an honest guy.
Right. Have you ever gone to, I don't know, like the Pink Pussycat or one of these stores in New York that sells these types of paraphernalia?
Oh, you mean the one on 8th Avenue by 41st Street?
You're not familiar with it?
No, never heard of it. Right by Port Authority. Right in the lovely part of Manhattan by Port Authority.
Right. But see, I thought the one by the Village was the bigger one, but you're saying by Port Authority.
Well, Village, I think they probably gravitate more toward the gay clientele, although all of them do, I guess. I've seen some items in that store that make you wince.
I know. So you know what's funny is I was just in Greece. And I don't know if you know.
Yes.
Have you been to Greece?
I've never. You are a world traveler. I wanted to talk to you about this. And I have never been out of the United States of America, aside from, a cruise.
Right.
I went to Hawaii. And the Bahamas, things like that. But I've never been really overseas to Europe. And you're winging around the globe like some kind of a dignitary.
Yeah, I've had enough of it. I did London, Paris, Wales, but I could never have guessed this. And my owner would know this. Our owner now, Anthony, John Katsimatidis.
Yes.
You go to Athens, Greece, every block, for a good 6 miles had a sex store.
Really?
I swear to God, I couldn't believe what I was seeing.
Well, they got kind of a reputation,
It's real. It's real. Listen to me.
It's real, huh?
I mean, I went to the Acropolis Museum, and the tour guide spent so much time explaining to me and Danielle why they have a lot of naked women statues. And she said, because the Greeks believe, we don't believe in perversion. I'm like, okay. Well,
all right.
But we believe that the body, especially women, deserves pleasure. And I'm like, what? What kind of museum is this? And then we leave the museum, we're driving back home, and every other block had a sex store. Greece, Athens.
I wouldn't have thought that, because if you've never been to Greece, like I have never been there, I have an impression that it's all, ancient ruins and philosophy.
Well, they have some of those, too. They have some of that, too. In all fairness.
I would imagine.
Yeah, but
the sex toy thing, they have to live with the fact that some of those sex dolls, the selling point was authentic Greek features, if you recall that. Yeah. And what that meant was, well, I guess you could figure it out yourself. You'd be looking at the back of the doll.
Let's
right. Just put it that way.
That's exactly right. So, and I wasn't surprised when I was in the airport in Greece, looking to take my hour and 40-minute flight to Cyprus. The gate next to us was a flight to Amsterdam.
Ah, yes.
And I got to tell you, it was packed. I've never been there, but I hear, of course, that is the ultimate den of iniquity, going to Amsterdam.
Right, red light district,
right.
The weed,
right,
other drugs.
But you've never gone. You've never gone there, huh?
No, and now I'm aged out. I don't do drugs anymore. I like a couple of beers and some wine, but I'm not pounding down the drinks like I used to. So, I think I aged out of going to Amsterdam.
Me too. No, I'm with you.
But you're traveling now, especially these days, Sid. The airlines are terrible. the airports are, you know what I said, insane asylums? They've replaced them with airports because there's mental patients constantly roaming around screaming. How do you deal? You travel so much.
I hate it.
How do you deal with the delays and cancellations and mental patients?
Delays, cancellations, and the worst thing is, when I lived in Florida, right, if you fly out of the best airport in Florida is the little one. Is the little one in Palm Beach. It's the best, okay?
Yeah.
Fort Lauderdale's fine. Good airport. You fly out of Miami, Anthony.
Oh, yeah.
You better be fluent in Spanish. I go, wait a second. This is still America, right? I'm in Miami. I know there's a lot of Cubans, but I would ask the simplest question. Ready for this? Where's my gate? And every one of them would go, what?
It's an airport, not a common question, I guess.
Yeah. What? Where is my gate? I could never get an answer. And I'm telling you, it happened 20 times. 20.
Yeah, I don't know what happened. There's no assimilation going on with people that come from other countries. They even get jobs here, even if they're legal immigrants. A lot of times, the whole concept of assimilation went away with, the 50s and 60s, I guess, with immigrants. But yeah, I'm just annoyed every time I have to go to the airport. I get so stressed out, and thank God there are bars there. They're like malls now. You go there, you could sit down and drink, and they know they have to do that because your flight's going to be delayed,
of course,
or canceled, and they figure if you're liquored up,
you're
not going to care as much. But that has also given us some amazing videos on social media of inside the planes, people just going crazy. And I wax fantastic, Sid, about the old days, Pan Am, TWA, taking a wide body to L.A., and people are in suits and ties.
The best.
And now they're in pajamas. They got that Jiffy Pop bag on their head, slippers, and they're causing all kinds of problems.
And I hate those people. I hate those. If you even scream once on an airplane, I'm going to kill you. I'm telling you right now.
They don't understand. Airplanes are not a democracy.
No.
It's a kingdom.
Right.
The pilot's the king. He has his minion. That's the flight crew and the stewardesses and whatnot. And you are lowly serfs. And you don't have a say. They could look at you and go, yep, get off. Don't like the way you look.
Right.
And you don't have a say in the matter.
No, you don't.
And people don't seem to understand that.
No.
Don't argue.
They yell, they scream, and it makes me nervous. I get very nervous.
I get on the plane like in Seinfeld. Remember the episode with the soup Nazi? That's how I treat everyone at the airport, so I don't have a problem.
And the airport, too, you got to run for a second. Not just the bars. You talk about being a mall. Yeah, whether you're in Paris or Greece or even the United States. They got like Neiman Marcus at the airport. They got Lancôme. They got my wife. It takes her 30 minutes to walk one gate because.
Oh, my God. I'd go crazy.
And there's like 19 stores and the fanciest stores. I'm not talking about schlock shops. I mean the Fifth Avenue shopping. I'm talking about Beverly Hills. They're in airports.
And they're jacking up the prices because it's in an airport. They're already expensive.
Yeah.
That's not quite an impulse buy. It's not like buying a magazine before the flight.
No.
You want to buy a bag that costs $5,000.
Exactly. Or a $60 bottle of hairspray because you got 2.5 hours to kill. What else are you going to do online at the bank? You're back on terrestrial radio now, as you like to say, with WABC. You're back.
Love it.
Been doing a great job Sunday nights and filling in shows like this. And the more Anthony we get, the better. I tell John and Chad that all the time. The more Anthony, the better. But now that you're back, what'd you miss the most? And now that you are back, what are you enjoying most?
Well, oddly enough, I like, because I've been on a subscriber-based thing, my own thing on the internet for over 10 years now. And it might sound strange, but the people that are listening like you. They subscribe, so you know that they enjoy you or they wouldn't have paid. I always liked that element of the people that don't quite like you. And they're willing to come on the phones because we take calls on the Sunday night show and maybe not agree with everything you're saying. And that was always part of terrestrial radio with the Opie and Anthony show. Some of the best calls we ever got were people that couldn't stand us. So,
And, and as you know, those are some of your biggest fans. You and I are both about the same age. We learned that from the guys before us that even more than the people that love you, the people that really hate you, they're the ones that can't put you down.
Well, Sid, you obviously don't remember how many people hated me. Yeah. Imus in the morning program.
Well, Mr. I-Man, I do remember. In fact, I was one of them.
You called me a prick to the president of the United States.
Sorry about that, I-Man. Bernie told me to say that.
I hope Moby Worm comes and gets you. Yeah, baby.
That's old. That's the old Imus, like from many years ago.
But
after he got old, he started.
He's like, well,
with his cowboy hat. Abonanima.
And you know who does that? He's very good with that. Is Daryl Hammond. Daryl Hammond. He does a fat Al Sharpton versus a skinny Al Sharpton. It's hilarious. And then he does the young Bill Clinton compared to the Bill Clinton now. You ever hear that?
Yes.
It's great.
Oh, yeah.
Great.
I liked the big fat Al Sharpton.
Me too.
Better than whatever this is now.
It was an alien.
They when he lost that weight, his head didn't get any smaller, but his body did. So it just looks like one of those, remember the old California Raisin commercials? His head on this little lollipop stick body now. I like the one where he had the big Volkswagen hubcap medallion and his velour jogging suit.
Yes.
Oh, was that a great time?
They never look better. Even Al Roker, thinks he's gorgeous now. Just stay fat. That's my advice.
Yeah.
Stay fat, right?
Yeah. I mean, just saw a
don't
picture
stay
of John
so
Goodman.
bad. Don't be like Ralphie May, so you die at 34 years old.
No. But I just saw a picture of John Goodman, and he lost a bunch of weight. It doesn't look good at
He
that
looks
point.
weird.
And especially, maybe when you're a real young guy and you're fat, you could get skinny and that'll work out. But once you get older, it's like the fat is blowing the wrinkles up, so you don't get. And then when you lose the weight, it looks like you aged in 3 months.
It's true.
You aged 10 years.
And we always do the same thing, and I hate doing this, but it's always true. You're like, does he have AIDS?
I know, that's what, you got.
Come on.
He doesn't have AIDS. Oh, Jesus Christ, with the AIDS.
Do we not do that all the time for the last 40 years? I mean, the poor guy's out there. He's exercising. He's eating right. He's losing weight. He looks great. We're like, he has AIDS.
Yeah. And it all goes back to that, Rock Hudson, when they and that was in the 80s, they put the camera on him and everyone went, what the hell happened to Rock? He's a ladies' man. It's all about the chicks with Rock Hudson. And then, we found out. Yeah.
I know. It's always a shocker. And who knows? Maybe one day we'll hear that about you.
God forbid, perish the thought, Sid Rosenberg.